Our next speaker is Corey Ruffin. Corey has just finished up a 10,000-mile trip where he traveled the U.S. Burlesque show circuit as the host of the Super Happy Fun Time Burlesque show. And he's going to be sharing some of those experiences with us. So please give it up for Corey.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I just got back from tour. I was on the road for a month. What I say has nothing to do with the slides. Day one, St. Louis. We have two bass trombone players sitting with the band. They are giant men with big hearts. I eat beef heart from the Peruvian restaurant next door. Day two, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Ben Affleck is filming a movie in town. Day three, Memphis. At the end of the night, we witness a breakup straight out of a romance novel as a man chases a woman out of the bar and into the street shouting, "Stella!" She turns to face him, and right there in the middle of the road, slaps him, runs away. He crumples into a heap, and traffic swerves to avoid him. We all start laughing hysterically and pointing. I give him a free t-shirt. Day four, Little Rock. Venue doesn't know who we are or why we are there. The booking agent is a meth head who keeps getting in my face and exclaiming, "You know this isn't my fault." Later on at a private club that serves liquor 24/7, I eat the finest Spam sandwich I've ever had in my life. While a crappy ska band plays and a bride and a groom in their tux and dress vomit in a Rubbermaid trash can at the end of the bar. Day five, we watch a movie about Sandra Bullock being trapped in a space capsule orbiting Earth. Maybe not the best movie to watch while one is spending 10 hours a day in a cramped school bus driving mountain roads. Day seven, Dallas. We get dressed in a shed and have free pizza. Day eight, San Antonio. The sound man wants to know which one of the girls is the loosest. Our guitar amp breaks, and I ask him if he, a sound man, could help us get a replacement amp for the night. His response is that he knows no musicians and he can't help us. We're screwed. The next day, he sends me a Facebook friend request, and his profile is full of pictures of him working at his amp repair shop. Day 9, Denton, Texas. A college student is playing heavy metal drums outside the courthouse. The cops helplessly explain they can't do anything about it until 9 p.m. They always promptly stops at 8:59 p.m. They throw up their hands in the air and walk away. Day 10, Austin. A lesbian journalist writes a review in which she centers in on two specific acts being as male-centric and chauvinistic. I write her happily to explain those two acts were written and performed by our only lesbian cast member. Day 11, Lubbock. Lubbock loves us, I can't explain why. Day 12, Albuquerque. By this point, I've eaten nothing but green chilies for a week. Day 13, Denver. Another bass trombone player sits in with a band. Apparently, bass trombone players are desperate for work. Day 14, Casper, Wyoming. We play for a bunch of muddy cowboys, and it's cold as shit outside. Day 15, Steamboat Springs, Colorado. More women in the audience flashed their boobs at me that night than the total amount of boobs I've ever been flashed in all of my show's history. Many boobs were flashed. Day 16, the government opens back up, and we go to Arches National Park. I climb rocks and poop in the desert. Day 17, I fall and land hard directly on a cyst that has been on my back for nearly 2 years. It ruptures but does not break the skin. Over the course of the next week, it will get infected and swell to the size of a baseball. I will silently bear the agonizing pain, knowing there will be no time to take care of it until I get home from tour. Day 18, Flagstaff. Flagstaff was a good time. Day 19, Tucson. No one comes to our show because a popular local artist took peyote, thought he could fly, jumped off a building, and shattered his face when he landed on one of his own sculptures. Everyone's at his benefit show. Day 20, Phoenix. After 4 attempts, Phoenix finally works out, and tons of people come to the show. I do miss the days of playing there and having the owner of the bar come up on stage, get in my face, and tell me to shut the show down. Day 21, worst day ever. The bus breaks down in the middle of the mountains in the desert with no cell phone service. Radiator is blown. We are stranded. The tour is over. The show is over. I am broken spiritually, physically, and emotionally. At least the government opened up. Otherwise, the 2 park rangers who saved our lives would not have been working that day and driving by. Day 22, best day ever. I am confronted once again with the unbelievable kindness of strangers. We raise $8 grand in a night to pay for repairs and the trip home. Day 23 and day 24, second and third worst day ever. We drive 40 hours straight from Globe, Arizona, stopping only for gas and pee breaks. Day 25, we receive a hero's welcome when we take the stage at Pyramid Scheme in Grand Rapids. The next morning, I get my cyst removed. Well, I still have a lot of time left. That went a little faster than I practiced it. So after the bus broke down, we got it fixed, and we were driving out of the mountains that we drove into. And as we were going down the 10% downgrades, I realized, wow, this is why the radiator blew, because this bus can't drive up 10% downgrades. And as we're going down it, I'm just admiring all the natural beauty and all the stuff going on all around me. And there's this thing, the whole cast loves to make fun of me because I'm deathly terrified of heights. So where we drive in mountains, I'm basically in the back, in the fetal position, weeping. And they make fun of me. And we're driving down these mountain roads, this 10% downgrade switchbacks, and all I can do is look out the window and, wow, that cactus is beautiful. And, well, look at the bottom of the valley, that's amazing. And these mountains, and I'm totally not afraid of heights anymore. And I turn around and I look behind me, and everyone on the bus is as pale as a sheet because I realize we're going down 10% downgrades, switchback mountain roads, and the brakes are smoking, and there's black smoke pouring out of the back of the bus. Everyone's white of a sheet, there's a horrible screeching sound. And all I can do is start laughing because I'm not afraid of heights anymore. We get down to the bottom of the mountain, get out the fire extinguisher, put out the fire that has started on our back tires. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I have nothing more to say. I'll stare at you silently while the rest of the slides go through. Oh, really fast.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Any other questions?
Okay, that act is about a mermaid who wants a vagina because she's nothing but a fish below the waist, and she loses her fish tail, and she has a vagina, but then she eats a woman out because she wants vagina and wants vagina. There's our bus. You wanted me to say something offensive. That's just the tip of the iceberg of how offensive my show is. That's the bus parked in Dubuque, Iowa. The next picture is really good, though, because I never thought I would see this in my life. There it is, the bus up on a tow truck. If you've ever been in a bus, a 40-foot long bus, it's a 40-foot long tow truck. Pulls you through the mountains for 20 miles. That is an experience nobody should have. Absolutely terrifying, as we also took about 6%, 7% downgrades with that.